Hey y'all, we're gonna try this again. I feel like I'm still having some technical difficulties from this weather. Our power went out and kind of messed up all of our setup here. So we're gonna try this again and see if it works okay. I've got two projects to share with you guys tonight. They're both really cute. One we're gonna finish, one we will probably not finish tonight, but you'll get the general idea. Hey Carol, welcome. But I did wanna show, hey Fee, I did wanna show you guys the flip flop welcome again. This one is a class for next weekend and is selling out quickly. So if you're interested in this class, go ahead and get situated for that. Go ahead and get your registration in. My poor bow's trying to go away from me because that's what I wanted to show you is the adorable ribbon on this one. So make sure you get registered for that one. And we do have two fun projects. Like I said, we will finish one and we will start the other. And then I will be going home to have dinner with my guy. It's dinner. It's my birthday eve, you know. It's that big one too. I'm not looking forward to it. But I think we're going to have a special for you because I'm turning 50. So this is the Let's Eat sign that we're going to do tonight, which is super cute. And then we're going to do a tiered tray set, and it's a World Traveler tiered tray set, and it's super, super adorable. Though that's the one that we probably won't finish. It's got a lot of parts. I think it has 7 different pieces to it. So I'm going to paint a couple of them for you tonight so you get the idea, and then you'll see the finished product tomorrow. So I'm going to go, hey Ashley, I'm going to go ahead and tilt you down, and we're going to get started so we can get as many of them done as we can. So I'm going to start with the background. I've already used that that dark wax that I like. You could use brown paint as well, but dark wax will be in your kit to do the framing, so that could go ahead and dry. And I'm going to go ahead and paint the background, and then we're going to paint the letters. So I'm going to paint the background in a darker gray. Not real dark, but it is pretty dark. And then I'm going to do all the letters in white. I think that'll be a nice pop. Nice contrast, and will match my kitchen. I've got a lot of lemon stuff in my kitchen, so this gray doesn't conflict with that, and it gives it a nice crisp look against the white and the brown. So it's a good combination for a very neutral space. Then you can add whatever color scheme you want to it. I like to keep some things in my kitchen neutral and then add pops. Right now we're doing lemons, because we love lemons. So lots of lemon stuff in my kitchen. I have the lemon banner over my window, over the sink, and then I have the Life is Sweet sign in my kitchen. And then I also, in my window, I have those tags sitting in the window. I just love those. I think they're adorable. Those big lemon tags, they make a statement. And of course I have that beaded garland too hanging on my wine glass holder. So we are all lemoned up in our kitchen right now. So this is going to go nicely because it's going to be the neutral color palette. So it won't conflict with any of that. So I'm going to get this one painted, and then we're going to do the knife and the fork and then the letters. And then we'll glue it all together. Oh, I had to look and make sure I had glue. I have glue and tape. Where is Lynn? I have glue and tape. I'm on a roll tonight. The power should go out more frequently, right? So thank you guys. All of you have come by and visited me today. Thank you so much. You are making my birthday week fantastic. I am so spoiled. I have the best customers and friends in the entire world. They are making turning 50 the best. And I have an amazing family. We all know that. And I'm looking forward to spending some time with them this weekend. Having an awesome cookout with my family for my birthday on Sunday, so I can't wait for that. We'll just be missing that boy of mine, and that's okay because he surprised me a couple weekends ago. I don't think there's anything better than parenting adult children, because then you can be their friend. When they're growing up, you can't be their friend. You have to be a mama. And they don't always like it. They don't always agree with you, but certain things you got to do because it's what you got to do. So I'm enjoying my adult kids very much because we don't have to do that anymore. We don't have to do that whole parenting thing, right? And when they're little, you don't think you'll ever get there. But then they grow up. And then it's good again. Like I love babies and toddlers and then grown-ups. Well, I don't know. When they start school is pretty cool too. because they're learning all those new things. Oh my goodness. But the teenage years, forget it. The middle school years, forget it. Late teens, forget it. All right, so I'm gonna leave that a little splotchy because y'all know that's my look. So I'm gonna leave that. We're gonna set this one aside without getting too much gray paint on me, because I am prone to do that. All right, and now we're gonna do our letters and our knife and our fork. Get some tape for my letters. I don't feel like that rain has cooled anything down yet. It's awfully hot outside still. I was hopeful when I saw that big wind come that we were getting ready to get some relief from that humidity, but I'm not sure that happened, but hopefully it will. All right, so I'm gonna paint these in white. Super simple. We're keeping this very clean, very easy. Well, that brush has got lots of wispies on it. I don't know whether that one's gonna be a go or not. It's doing all right. No, I don't like that. Okay, hold on, brush malfunction. Hey, Teresa. Is it raining in Hampton yet? Because it is storming its hiney off up here. My poor dogs are probably home alone and going crazy. Get these little letters painted. This is a super cute sign. I like this. I love kitchen signs. And I love silverware. So a girlfriend of mine has super big pieces of silverware, like big sign silverware, a knife, a fork, and a spoon hanging up in her house. And I always love it because they're like, I don't know, they're at least 2 feet tall each. But they make such a statement when you come into her house. They're in her dining room. They used to, well, they were in her kitchen in her old house, but they're in her dining room now. Super, super cool looking. So I always like that concept, the knife and the fork on a sign. It would be cool too to paint them gray or a little bit of silver to make the silverware actually look like silverware. That would be cool. I'm gonna stick with white for tonight. But when you see the picture, I may have changed my mind by the time I finish the video to when I post the picture. That could change. And that's the fun in crafting, is you can just make it your own. Just make it your own. All right, come here, little knife and fork. Let's get you painted. So who is glad that it is finally Friday? This has been a week, I tell you. I don't know about y'all, but I know from the people who've come in, everybody's having the same kind of week. It must be in the air. Holy goodness. I need an easy button for the week. Just hit it and go back. Try it again. Whoops. Maddie was supposed to have prom tonight, and I'm super glad that they changed it to tomorrow night because it's outside, and this would not have been a good night for that. All right, there we go. Boom. This sign is just about done. Look at that. We are quick, quick, quick. Hey, Donna. It was so nice getting to see your smiling face today. You just always brighten my day, ma'am. All right, let's pull these over. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to check my gray background and see if it's dry yet. If it's not dry, we're going to move on to our tiered tray set and then come back to it. And it is not dry, so we're just gonna move some things around really quickly and do that set a little bit, and then come back to our sign. But now I got my pieces everywhere and I'm a mess, which I know y'all are like, really? Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Okay, so I have pieces everywhere, so bear with me, because this is what they look like when they come from the shop at home in the Ziploc bags that everybody likes to open and sniff because they smell so good. We've got all these parts. So I'm gonna do a couple of them. We won't get to all of them because I think this kit has 7 pieces. This little guy is adorable, and I'm gonna paint him. So we'll start with his background. The great thing about these is they're all layered. So his background's gonna be white, and then I'm gonna paint him gray as well. So it'll make a nice pop against that background. So we'll paint this whole thing white. Make sure your emphasis is on your edges, not so much your middles, because that's all that's gonna show on this one, are the edges. Normally I tell you guys to do all the things that are one color at one time, but I'm gonna cheat a little bit tonight and just do the parts that I'm gonna do tonight, tops and bottoms, instead of doing all the color that I would have done. So normally I tell you guys to, when you're here for class, to lay all your pieces out, and then if you got a bunch of white pieces, lay them all out and paint them all white at one time, and then paint your blues, and then paint your reds. It just makes the process go along a lot quicker. But since we're not doing all the projects tonight, I'm going to cheat a little on them. Just a little. I'm just going to pick a few of these pieces and we are going to paint them. So we're going to do this one. I'm going to paint it all white, and then I'm going to go back and do all the detailing. This little treasure map is adorable. This whole set is adorable. It's called World Traveler. And I know we are all looking forward to getting back to doing some traveling. I know I am never gonna take traveling for granted again. I'm so excited to start working on my bucket list again. And some hiking is in our future. So where's the first place you guys want to travel to now that we can start doing some traveling? Hey, Angela. All right. There we go. Got that one. And I think, let's see, which other one are we going to do? This little ticket one is adorbs. I love this one. So we're going to do this part white too. So stinking cute. I'm trying not to use too much paint on this one because I'm hoping that it'll dry and you'll be able to see the lines through there well enough that I don't have to touch them up. That's my goal. Usually if you're real careful with your white, it'll dry translucent enough to see those engraved pieces. I think I might have accomplished that. All right, where's this one? I love this one. Love this one with the airplane. So I'm gonna paint the airplane white. I gotta keep up with all my parts here. And then we'll start doing the other details of these. And then, like I said, I'll post the finished one for you tomorrow. This will just give you a little teaser of the set. some of those pieces there. And now we can paint this guy and his backpack. I lost his head. There's his head. We can't have that. We got his little walking stick there. There should be another piece to his walking stick. So when I get these and I take them all out, I take all the parts out and find all their pieces so I know what I'm doing. And there's the little piece to his walking stick that goes up top. All right, so now we're gonna paint dark gray. Let's see, I think I like the dark gray. That might be too dark gray though. I think we're gonna do graphite instead. All right, so we're gonna get him painted. And we're gonna do the same process with all the pieces. We're just gonna go around and paint them the colors that they need to be, and then they're gonna dry and we're gonna attach them all. And we're gonna have a beautiful tray set that shows that we are ready to get on the road and do some traveling. Oh wow, that's awesome. I'm hoping to get on a plane at the end of August and go see Will, Teresa. You know, I'm not doing Colorado in the winter, but I will. I will check it out in the summer. My girlfriend Wendy lives about 3 hours from my son, so I'm hoping to pop in and see her as well. Because how often do I get to Colorado, right? Not often. In case you didn't know, not often. Never been. And don't know how often I'll go unless Will decides to stay there, and then I'll have to make it a regular trip. Thank goodness Ashley moved home, because then we would be going to North Carolina to see Maddie, and Florida to see Ashley, and Colorado to see Will. And I don't mind doing it, but I hate that my babies are all going to be all over the place. All over the place. All right, let's paint this gray. Mostly the edges, because the ticket's going to go over top of it. This is such a super cute set. I love the parts to this one. I'm just fascinated by this set. Maybe we should do a travel mantle. What could we put on a travel mantle? All right, I'm not gonna worry about those insides because like I said, they're gonna be covered up. Now we need to do, let's see, we need to do the base of this one. So we'll paint this one the same color. You see a theme going on here. Again, I'm only worrying about the edges. I get carried away and then I want to paint the whole thing, but I only really need to do the edges. Y'all hear that thunder and lightning out there? Well, you don't hear the lightning, but you know what I mean. You can hear the thunder for sure. It's booming. Okay, now I got stuff everywhere, don't I? That's why we're only doing a few of these at a time. It's too many pieces everywhere. Oh, I'm excited. I'm super excited. So Teresa, Will's in the Denver area, and then Wendy is in Grand Junction, and so it's a few hours, but I'm super excited because I've never been to Colorado, and so it's on my bucket list, and I'm so glad he decided to go there so I could get something on my bucket list knocked off and see him at the same time. It's a good excuse, right? It's not really a trip at that point, right? You have to go visit your child, and so it doesn't really count as a vacation because you still get another vacation, or at least that's the way I'm billing it. I hope it works. I hope it works. That's what I'm trying to sell to Tom right now. that it doesn't really count as a vacation. All right, now I'm gonna use this blue, and all I did was mix some midnight blue with some gray because I couldn't really get the color that I was after in a bottle, so I made my own. So in this kit, you will get both of those so you can mix to get a color that you like. You may like the dark midnight blue. I just wanted something a little bit lighter than that, but I couldn't find exactly what I was going for. You know how you get something in your head and then you just have to try to do it? So that's what I did. This was the color I wanted. Somebody may get lucky because I really mixed a lot, so you may get it already mixed in your kit. Now, I like to use a round brush for this, and that was exactly why, what you just saw. So what I can do is I can unload some of my paint and I can push into those little curves and see how perfectly that goes without going over. So that's why I love this brush for these. I don't know whether it's the right brush to use for them, no idea, but I love it for that because it makes me look like a pro. And it just follows the lines so nicely. Teresa, you probably know whether that is the correct use of this brush or not. It doesn't work really great for the rest, but it does work great for that, which is why I use it in small spaces. I think anything that you're comfortable using is what you should use. But see, that for me just gives me a perfect, I'm scared to say that because then I'll go over the line, but it gives me a perfect little line around those curves. And I don't have to worry about it. Because I am no pro. Whew, I touch up a lot. I'm a good touch-upper. Toucher-upper? I don't know. What is the correct terminology for that? I'm good at fixing my mistakes. How about that? I'm not sure if I've had too much caffeine or I haven't had enough today. It's a toss-up right now. Those who know me well know that one of my vices, if I'm going to drink alcohol, is a martini. And so I think for my birthday, I'm going to need a martini. I'm hoping that wherever my husband's taking me for dinner tonight, I can get one. Because I think after this week, I need one. Because I don't drink very much, so it's only going to take one. All right, here we go. Of course, you figured out now this is the water, and I'm going to do the green in a minute. Oh, the air conditioner went off and it got super quiet. Wow. All right. That's a pretty blue right there. I'm glad I mixed that up. That's gorgeous. All right. Let's do some green. And I have a sage green. Oh, that's a good idea. An angle brush. For some reason, that little round one, that little round brush just works so great for me. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I don't, I'm scared of putting pressure on it. And that one just kind of puts its own pressure. You know what I mean? Like it just kind of does its thing. Which now I'm trying to find another one for the green that I like. But I'm using sage green, but I'm over here, I'm mixing a little bit of gray into my sage green because I want it to have that same richness that the blue does. And it just doesn't. And so I'm mixing a little bit of gray in it so that it can get a little bit richer. I want it to complement that, that blue nicely. So that may be a little too much gray. I don't know. Let's see. I'll put a little more sage. just a little bit, so I don't have as much left over as I do of this blue. I love the sage, but I think it's a little bit light to go against that blue, which is why I thought a little bit of gray would be good. Don't be afraid to play with things, because the worst that can happen is you waste a little bit of paint. No big deal. You may discover a new color that you love. All right. See, I think, and that's going to take 2 coats on this light wood, but that's okay. This is super fun set. I like this a lot. I think I'm gonna put this on my tiered tray and just walk by it every day and say, okay, where are we gonna plan for today? Where are we going? That thunder is something else. My goodness. That last one sounded like it was coming in the back door. To tell y'all a funny story about stuff coming in the back door. So last night I got home and I was so tired, and I just want to lay down on the couch in the den. Well, our den is nothing but windows. Old windows, like when the house was built windows. And they rattle, and they sometimes set off the glass break on our alarm system, because if the wind blows really good, they go off. Anyway, I guess one of them had gotten loose from the top, like it had shifted down a little bit, and it rained pretty good yesterday, and that rain came in on that couch. And my very tired self just plopped herself down on that couch last night and realized that that whole couch was wet. And I don't think, even as tired as I was, I have ever moved so fast. And when I tell you wet, I mean, like, I had to dry those cushions all night and all day. I don't think I've ever moved that fast. My clothes were soaked. But then I was wide awake. That's when I cut this. And that's when I knew that I need to get away. That this week just has made me need to get away even more. All right, this is adorable. I love this. Oh my goodness. This is super cute. Super cute. Whoops, I got too much paint on my brush there. It's gonna go everywhere. Okay, so that one's done. And see, that one's gonna set on here, and then the airplane's gonna go in it, and that is just adorable. How stinking cute is that? Oh my heavens, I love it. I love it. Put a little paint, more paint on there. If a little paint is good, a lot of paint is great. Not true. Don't do it. Better to add more later than to start with too much. Okay, that's stinking adorable. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Look how cute. Oh my heavens. That piece is adorable. Look at that. How cute. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a keeper. I love that. All right, and then here we got this guy. He needs a little bit more gray because he needs some more. What did I do with that gray? All right, I mixed it. That's what I did. I mixed it in the green. Okay, let's see. Let's give him another coat of gray. These go together pretty quick. I like doing tray sets because I love to see all the individual pieces come together. If you haven't done one before, they are a lot of fun. And of course, with tiered tray sets, you buy 5, you get the 6th one free, which is fun. Give you a tray set for all the different holidays or events you have going on, or just change it around like your mantle or like my mantle. I do change my tray sets like I change my mantle. I think that if you're in a small space, a tiered tray and a tray set is really cool because it allows you to change out for holidays and seasons and things without a big commitment. So you don't have to have a lot of stuff and you don't have to have a lot of space. You can just decorate where you are. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. A mess. I got a mess. All right. I think we will continue on because we are making good time here. I'm just going to set that on there so you can see what it'll look like. How cute is this? I don't know where Nancy is, but this guy makes me think about Nancy. He's so cute. Look at that. Oh my heavens. Hey, Mom. The two colors are good together, I think. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Pat. So we'll put this guy to the side. And of course, we've got our ticket here. And see what I mean? If you don't put too much paint, your engraving comes through and you don't have to do another thing. I'm going to leave that just like that. I think it's perfect. And we're going to just put that right on its little ticket base. Look at that. I love that these all have a piece that they sit on. It gives them a lot of depth and they have some, they look very substantial. All right, now this guy. We are gonna go around the edges. Let me get a smaller brush because y'all know I'm gonna make a mess. I am. So I'm gonna get a smaller brush and I'm gonna use this gray to go around the edges of this map. And I'm not gonna make sure it's perfect or anything because this map is probably old and been in somebody's pocket and been all over the place. So it wouldn't have been perfect anyway. So do these edges. Oops, the brush is getting a little flat on me. It was about to make a mess. There we go. Now I'm gonna dip a little bit of my gray in with some white, make it a little lighter, and then I'm gonna make these tracks. I'm gonna fill in these little tracks here, these little directions. This is adorable. Just an old worn out map over here. All right, now I'm gonna take a little bit of red because X marks the spot and that should be red. I think. So I'm going to do this barn red here, but I don't want it to be really solid. I want it to look worn. Just like that. How cute. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's adorable. I love all these pieces. Oh my heavens. Okay, so let's see where we are. We've got that one, we got this one, we got this one. So we've done 4 pieces to this, and there are, let's see, there are 7, I think. I think there's 7 to this one. This is super adorable. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint this one as well, and then we're gonna glue everything together, and we'll be done with our projects. I knew you would love him. He's adorable. He's just adorable. All right, so I'm gonna paint this background. The same gray. I think these colors just work really well together. The gray, the blue, the green. They just look earthy. Background done, and then we'll start working on these letters. And then we're going to pull it all together. Pull all of our projects together. We've got our Let's Eat sign as well. I love that piece. This might be my favorite piece. I love that. All right, so we've got world. We're going to paint the world. We're just gonna paint the world. Now this one is pretty cool because this one has this piece. So we're gonna paint all of this blue. And then we'll go back with our 3D layer and paint that green. And then we'll glue that on top of it. Super cool. That's gonna do the work for us. Then we'll paint this. No, it goes that way. This green. Where's my green brush? I think we're going to use that barn red again for our words. I think that'll be a nice contrast. Let's see what we think of that. Oof. String somewhere. All right. I'm not going to go too heavy because I kind of want it to look like a red stain. I'm going to try to stay pretty light. Not that light though, we need some paint. Okay, leave some of that showing, all that wood showing. Now I need some more tape. Need some more tape because we're going to tape down our letters and paint Traveler, World Traveler. And then we're going to start gluing all these pieces together. All right, where's our V? We're missing a letter here. Missing a letter we are. My heavens. I don't know where our V is. All right, well, we're gonna have to skip him. We're gonna have to skip him for the evening till I can find his V. which isn't even in the bag. Who knows? These letters just disappear on us. So we'll set him aside. I'll paint him later. He'll be okay. He'll survive. All right, so let's glue these guys together. We're gonna glue all our traveling pieces that we have done together, and then we're gonna do our Let's Eat sign. So I'm gonna bring these pieces back over here. And I am going to glue this big one down first. Eyeball that until we put the plane in, and then it may need to shift a little. Not too much. There we go. How cute is that? Look at that. So sweet. All right, our little hiker guy here. He is ready for an adventure. Stick my little fat fingers, see if I can get this in there. There we go. How adorable is that? All right, now we just have to glue this one down, and then we're done with this one because we have lost our V somewhere, so we can't do the other one. That's all right. We'll finish them up, and you'll get to see the finished product with the V. And I think that goes the other way. There we go. Those little notches do the work for you if you look at it. That's so cute. Love it. All right, so these are the pieces that we've painted so far. So we've got the hiker, we've got the tickets, we've got the treasure map, and we have this world with the plane flying. This is a cool set. Now the other pieces are a passport that we'll paint, and then the set of suitcases. Super adorable. And then of course the world traveler one, we'll find our V and get that one all together for you. So now let's put together our Let's Eat sign. And then we're gonna wrap this up for the evening. And you guys can get on with your Friday night, and I can go have some yummy dinner, hopefully a martini. All right, let's see. Get all this stuff out of the way. I've got brushes everywhere. If you could see this place, disaster. Okay, here's our finished board. And we're gonna glue our silverware down, and then we're gonna glue our words on and our frame, and then I'm gonna clamp that so it can dry. If you don't have clamps at home, just put a heavy book or a heavy something on top of your projects to help them stick better. They only need a couple minutes of that, and then they will have, that glue will have attached to both really well, and you won't have to have them on there anymore. I like to have some heavy books handy just for that. Of course, now that I use these clamps, I don't have to have heavy books around. This is gonna be so cute. Okay, let's get this word on there. I think we're gonna dip it because this font is thin. Okay. Oh, that's so stinking cute. All right, let's fix this one on there. All right. How adorable is that? Oh my gosh. Look how cute. This is really, really sweet. I love this one. This is so perfect for the kitchen. Oh my heavens. This would be a great housewarming gift. If you know somebody moving into their first home, what a great gift to give them. I'm all about giving people my work. I love to make things for people. I think it is such a, it shows how much you love somebody if you will put the time into making them something as opposed to just going out and buying them something. I think that people really love that. All right, so there she is, all finished, clamped down, drying. We will get this posted for you guys. I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, oh, the flip-flop door hanger, yes. I did get the tape out, and you weren't even here when it started, Lynn. I got the tape out super, super quick. Oh, the rainbow. How did he see that rainbow? Oh my goodness, the rainbow over there. Look at that. That's where all the signs are. That's where they're all hanging right now. So I will get these posted. Look out for a special. Look out for a special. And if you haven't joined our texting list, make sure you do that so you get notified whenever we are going to go live. Also, be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for some birthday specials tomorrow, and on the lookout for our ding dong door hanger, because I may just sneak it in this weekend sometime. So make sure you are ready for that. You'll get a text notification if I'm going to go live and do that particular door hanger as well. So thank you so much for joining me tonight, guys. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and thank you so much for hanging out with me. Good night.